Okay, so let's talk about this co-working experience, right? This is the Honey Badger co-working experience, right? This is the Honey Badger co-working experience. So first, let's talk about why it's called the Honey Badger co-working experience. Have you seen the Honey Badger? If you haven't seen a video of the notorious Honey Badger, the Honey Badger will stop at let's nothing stop it, right? And we'll stop at nothing when it comes to getting what it needs and what it wants, right? So that being said, I'll leave that for your own entertaining pleasure to just Google search honey badger and explore that. But what does it have to do with productivity? Okay, well, when it comes to productivity, listen, if you're a human, at some point you've gotten stopped. Okay, perhaps you've gotten drowned out by what I call the matrix of noise, and all these voices, all these messages are coming at you, telling you that what you feel like you really genuinely need to be doing from a heart perspective doesn't pay the bills, or is not going to really make you happy, or it's not going to be as fulfilling as you think it should be, right? Or as you want it to be. But there's all these messages. So as a honey badger, right, you want to take a look at all this noise and all this nonsense and just say, no, I'm not going to let that stop me from doing my soul's work. I call it your heroic soul's work, right? Because there's something that you know deep down inside you need to be doing. For some of you, you got to finish writing a song or writing a book, or painting, right? Or working on a ceramic craft, right? So that's in the creative arena. For some of you, you want to be a sommelier, right? And that's kind of something you've been telling yourself you're going to do for a while, but you still haven't like taken the courses or signed up to participate in some uh, course or class or whatever it is. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's just something that's in you that has to be birthed. And if you don't birth it, you and I both know that there's a part of you that's going to get sick. I know that sounds so stern, but it's so true, right? How many people have you looked around and you've seen that are just miserable, depressed, sad because they missed their shot, right? Or they're upset that they didn't take their shot when they had an opportunity to do something that was more in line with their creative soul, right? So during the co-working experience, you get a chance to really stop making anything else be the reason why you don't do your work, right? So you plug in between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on a Sunday. And while you're on that call, you are doing one thing or two or three, whatever those 1, 2, 3, 5 things are, right? At the end of the day, they need to be tied back to your work, the thing that you know you just been promising yourself you're going to do, should be doing, but have not been doing, right? And so between that 8 and 10 window, the other thing that happens is 20 minutes we do a sprint of intentional work, and in 5 minutes we take a break, right? In that cycle, there's about four or so sessions or rounds, right, between the 20-minute sprint and the 5-minute break that you'll get a chance to experience. And then I close out with a few words on sort of productivity and organizing yourself for optimal performance. At the end of the day, you're going to be in a position where you might get more done in 2 hours than you have probably done in the past 2 weeks or even 2 months or even 2 years. Okay. So it's going to be a very effective and productive time for you. But the main thing is that you've got to show up, right? Now, unlike any other co-working event, what you're going to experience is that this event is not about the rah-rah. This event is not about the high fives. This event is not about the ooh, go, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. This event is all about the stillness and the silence that's so necessary and so essential for you to just be like ignited from the inside to get to work. Nobody's going to talk to you. No one's going to interrupt you. No one's going to interfere with you, right? While you're doing your work. And the purpose of the space is for creating this digital environment, this virtual, I should say, environment where it's okay to not be on a different kind of 10. Does that make sense? Right? It's okay for you to not be like up here, like, hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, I see you, I see you, I see you in the Zoom. No, nobody cares about that. I'm not here for that. That's not why this event was created. This event was created for you to have a still space where you can just show up, honor your work, celebrate yourself doing your work, and keep it moving and go on to whatever else you need to do when the session is over. Okay. And in contrast to everything else where there's so much noise in the world, this is ideally the most quietest virtual space you can plug into. So why does it matter that you participate? Well, on one hand, you can do this on your own, right? You can totally, you don't need to co-work. You can just do this on your own. But here's the question. How's that been working out? Because you've had years to do this on your own, right? So we know maybe doing it on your own may not be the most effective way right now. Okay, maybe at some point you can have the discipline to do it on your own. So why does it matter now to do it with others? Well, part of this is there is something powerful that you can feel when you are plugged into this virtual environment where others are doing their work who don't necessarily know each other. And the one thing that they have in common is they've come to this quiet, silent, virtual space in honor of something greater than themselves. And they are surrendering themselves to this cause, right? That they just know that they've needed to surrender themselves to. And same thing applies to you. And somehow our spirit beings knowing that and being in this virtual space gives us an opportunity to just even celebrate and dig deeper into the work that we're doing respectively, and even move it in a direction with a depth that we couldn't even predict or anticipate. Now, don't take my word for it. I want you to show up. I want you to experience it for yourself. And as I mentioned, if I haven't already said it, between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on a Sunday Eastern, with 20-minute sprints and 5-minute breaks, we go through a process where we all respectively are getting our work done. In a 5-minute break, you can leave a message in the chat saying what you're celebrating that you've done, but you don't have to. You can have your camera on, you can have your camera off. Doesn't matter. The biggest thing is that your heart shows up in honor of these other giants who are gently taking the initiative and the steps to do their work in honor of themselves and the people that they love and the people that they care about that they're doing it for, right? Or who will benefit, I should say, right? You do it for you, but of course, as you do it for you, you also are doing it for others because other people get a chance to benefit. So that's it, right? So if you're interested, if you have that soul work that you know you need to be doing that you've kind of been putting on the back burner, this is a great opportunity for you to put it on the front burner and get to work and see how amazing you feel on the other side of it. Okay. So down below, somewhere around here, there's a video, or I should say a button that'll take you to our Facebook group where you can kind of get reminders and kind of join and lock arms with some people who are already in the trenches, making the magic happen for themselves. And also down below will be the information that you need to actually link to the Zoom, right? There's links for the Zoom for you to plug in if you're getting this or watching this just before the event, right? So that's it. I look forward to you joining if you are the right kind of person, right? In need of what I just shared, of that stillness to support you. And yeah, and if that's you, I can't wait to meet you and celebrate with you and be a supporter and an advocate for your cause. All right. So that's it. Love you. Appreciate you joining us, or at the very least, considering joining us. And I'll see you on an upcoming co-working experience. All right, guys, take care and have a great night or day, evening, whenever you get this. All right, take care, guys. See you soon.